Hi YouTube, I'm back with another video. It's literally 1 a.m., but I have such an urge to talk about this because I feel like it drives me insane whenever I think about it. And I just want to preface this is not an anti-social media video. I'm on social media. This is more of an anti-doom scrolling video. Like, I hate short form content. I, if I was the president, I would probably ban it, make it illegal right away. Because what it does to your brain is horrible, and I'm sure people that are watching this know that it's horrible, and it's not meant for you to stop. It's not meant for you to feel happiness. It's just escapism. Really, it's a distraction, and it's a way to keep eating at your time, so you avoid um, using your time on things that are hard to deal with. I It's so frustrating watching people chase happiness through means they think would through means that are just so superficial because of social media. They think if they have a certain online identity, a certain online brand that they give themselves that makes them feel cooler, seem cooler, get the likes, get the comments, have that aura. It makes them happier, and it just becomes a negative feedback cycle or negative feedback loop because you just start getting more and more and more superficial, and it sucks. And I know not everyone's like this, but uh I'm also not judging because I have literally been on social media for my whole life. I was given an iPad since the first grade, and I've had TikTok when it was Musically. I've consumed so much content basically my whole life, and I just recently stopped like 3 years ago. So I feel like the reason why people are so reliant on social media and they're so addicted to it, not obviously because of how it's designed, like the algorithm is meant for your attention, but it's also because on an emotional level, it gives them some sort of control. Like, you're able to control how you look like online. You're able to control who you are and how you're perceived. And people are so scared to go deeper than the surface level because that's when you lose control. That's why it's so okay for people to just care about the picture or care about the vibes, the Instagram account, their profile, like what they post, because that's their only sense of control. That's the only way they can control how people perceive them. And if there's a mistake, if there's a problem, if there's a conflict, it's okay because the conflict is so surface level to where they have control over it. And what's ironic is that even though your people push this certain identity online, you will never be perceived the way you want to be perceived. And sure, you can get the vibe, you can get the aesthetic that you want. There's no harm in that, but you will never be perceived for what's real. Like, you will not be perceived for who you truly are as a human, and what you are trying to attain um will not be seen by other people. Like, I feel like on a very human note, we just want to be acknowledged for what we are. Like, all the little things, all the flaws, even, like, you want to be looked at, and you want someone to say they still love you and accept you even when you're imperfect and even when you're human. But social media puts such a high pressure on being perfect, or literally being a brand, literally branding yourself into being a cool human for different audiences, to where it's a negative cycle. You just get more and more superficial, and oh my gosh, I could talk about this forever. You lose so much time consuming and not creating. And by only consuming, you just dig a deeper hole for yourself, and you can't create. And creating is what fulfills you. I promise that actually taking those actions, um and you don't care, you don't worry about the labels that it has on you, just taking that action to connect with yourself, and not for other people, not for other people to see you connect with yourself and what is true to you, um is so, it's so fulfilling. I've, like I said, I've quit doom scrolling 3 years ago, and it was the best decision I've ever made in my life ever. It gives you so much time back, and within that time you find yourself picking up your hobbies, and you find yourself like experiencing so many new things without brain fog, without, I just feel like you get your life back, basically. You find out what you love, you find out what you don't, and even then you're able to regulate yourself so much more clearly, because you're not consuming everything that's just validating whatever you feel. um you start learning how to give yourself whatever you're looking for, instead of searching for it online. And you feel more human, you feel more present, you feel like you are living. So I don't know, I can make so many videos about this. I absolutely advocate for social media detoxes. It makes you feel so much more free, and you get to live life on such a deeper level. And going through those conflicts and where you have no control is so scary, and it's so hard. I'm not going to say it's not difficult, but the fact that you go through it and you get through it makes life feel so much more rewarding. And I feel like I have control over my emotions, because I know when I had social media, I would feel sad and I would numb myself with so much media that it, by the end of it, I'd close my phone and still feel the same. I swear, there's, oh my gosh, I'm just, yeah, I feel like you get my point. I'm really passionate about this. I truly think everyone would be so much happier if they chose to create instead of consume, and they stopped worrying about the labels and the aura and the image, and they do things that are real because they are real. They're not just a brand. You are not just a brand, an image, or an account. You're not your follower count. You're not your likes, your shares, your repost. It's honestly exhausting, trying to be around people that are so superficial, when you know, everyone just wants to be human and happy. So I don't know, hopefully this reaches someone. Maybe they think about quitting social media. Yeah, this is your sign. I promise you, you will thank yourself so much for the moment right now, for the decision right now, if you decide to quit. That is a guarantee. If you are consistent with it, if you are truly passionate about gaining your time back, and dedicating your life to yourself instead of the media, it will be worth it. You will become rich, not monetarily rich. Life, um, life will become rich with experiences that you're actually able to take with you forever. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, YouTube. Hope this reaches someone. Okay, good night. It's 1:15 a.m.